Welcome back to another complaining session with Andy. No, I'm kidding. But I want to talk about dating apps today. And why do I want to talk about dating apps? Because I am on several. Because people said I should. Because now, for a while I wasn't really into the whole dating thing. I was like, if something happens, it happens. But now I'm like, kind of want to date, right? And in the century that we are in, dating apps is the way to do it, apparently. So I got, and also just remember, I'm in South Africa, so the pool of people on here is smaller than if I was in the States or the UK or whatever. But anyways, so I got bloody Hinge, Bumble, OkCupid, Happen, and banned on Tinder because I had a picture of Yoda doing ketamine, which is apparently catfishing. I don't know. Didn't make that mistake again. Anyways, I just have a lot of gripes with these things, man. From the paying, well, I haven't paid, but from all the premium subscriptions and how it messes with your psyche to the way people even act on these apps, payment structures, and I get it, they need to keep the lights on somehow, so I have no problem with that. But the way some of them do it just really, it grinds my gears. So the best one when it comes to this, in my opinion, is Hinge because it just limits your likes, and that's it. You can see people again, you can see who liked you without paying, so Hinge is the best one on that. But then, even when it comes to Hinge, if we're just talking how the app works, sometimes you don't get notifications, at least I don't, and some of the people I've spoken to have been like, yeah, I don't really get them either sometimes, so it's like, not the greatest app in terms of like actual working and not being buggy. So there's that. And then if you go to Bumble, okay, the way the Bumble is so annoying. The way it's clearly playing on people's psyches, right? On people's insecurities, because it's like, you're swiping left and right, whatever. And then say you swipe the way, I forget now, that is like, I don't want to date this person, right? And it's like, you missed a potential match, which is like, didn't want to date them anyway. But part of your brain is like, maybe I should have swiped the other way. Oh my God, can I go back? And then it's like, no, you got to pay to go back, which is, I guess, the nice thing about Hinge. You don't have to pay to go back unless you wait too long. So I guess that's the nice thing about Hinge. And then OkCupid, I will say I think OkCupid, it has that same thing. If you can't see who likes you without paying, you get a little blurred photo, so you can come across them, and then you can kind of like figure it out, right? But you can't like tap on them and be like, I like them too, let me like back. It's like, no, it's just, what the hell? These apps just feel, I don't think dystopian is the right word, but they definitely feel like they're not there to help. They're just there to take advantage of you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't find something legitimate on there. Of course you can, right? But it definitely is not its main goal. And I feel like a bit of an outsider coming into these apps because I'm actually looking for something. Now, obviously, I'm not saying I have to force a relationship, but I'm saying I'm not on it for flings or anything. I'm on it for their, if I just end up being friends with somebody I go on a date with, cool. If it turns into something more, cool. But I'm not looking for flings. And that's another issue I have is I don't have a problem with people who want flings and stuff, but it's like, at least be upfront about it, like there's a lot of kind of lying on these apps, and it's just annoying to me. But I'm getting into the people now. I didn't mean to get into the people yet. Sorry, I'm like a bit like, oh, my brain's all over the place. It always is. And yeah, just going back to the pay structures, there's another one called Happen, right? Which is like, if you walk past someone and they walk past you, then you match on the appy, whatever. But Happens, like, notifications are so much more predatory. It's like, okay, I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, you deserve better. So it was just a notification, pop-up notification that came up. It was like, you deserve better, so pay for premium to get the best. It's like, shut up. Like, what? Is this adware now? You know what I mean? Like, jeez. I might uninstall Happen because it's just being annoying, and it gives you this, get this right, it gives you this shortlist every day of people that they think you might be interested in, but then most of them aren't even in your country. So it's like, what's the point? Why? Give me the shortlist then. You know what I mean? It's just so stupid. Okay. But that's all on the side of the app. I think I've pretty much covered that. Now I want to go into the people. I don't know. I don't want to be judging people because obviously I'm just going off based on how they are in an app. But some of these people are insufferable. Okay, I matched with someone, for example, on Hinge. Okay, who seemed like, we could at least feel it out in a date, see what happens. Right? Conversation was going okay. Had a lot of similar interests, and I was like, hey, do you want to meet up sometime somewhere? Like at a coffee shop or a pub or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I don't see why not. And then tried to make plans, but then there was no response, and then I was unmatched, and I'm like, what did I do? You know, the reality is I probably didn't really do anything. It was just getting cold feet. But why? Why? I don't know. If some woman in the comments could let me know why, because I don't want to believe it's because people are being shitty people. Obviously, sometimes it is, but I want to believe that in a majority of cases, it's for some reason that may come off as bad, but it's just something more innocent. So if there's any woman watching this in the comments, enlighten me why you do that, maybe, and then I can understand. And then I guess another thing that happens on these apps that I really don't like is, now granted, this could be with Hinge, it could just be a notifications thing, because sometimes I don't get notifications, I don't know, but it's like, how are you ever gonna even meet up if, like, you match with someone, right, and then it's been basically a week with no response? Now, to me, that's just ghosting. I don't think that's a notification thing. I think that's just ghosting, because it's like, surely you're gonna check your phone and the app you have installed. I don't know, if you matched me, then it's installed. So what's happening here? You know what I mean? It's like, if you're gonna ghost, like, why? Why do people ghost, both men and women? Because I know both men and women do it, obviously, right? Why ghost? It's just like, if you're not interested, just unmatch me. Is it some ego boost thing? Is it to be like, oh, he's hanging on, he hasn't unmatched me? You know, like, what? The reason? Why? Okay, why? uh, and another instance I had, okay, I'm probably just speaking the woes of everybody on dating apps at this point, but another instance I had was, again, conversation was going well, even to the point where we started DMing on Insta, okay, to get better notifications, and just out of nowhere, unfollowed, unmatched, boom. And it really felt like the conversation was going well. So to me, I was like, what did I do? You know, was it something on my Insta that she didn't like? Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. That's another thing I find with these apps, is that some people are way too judgy, or at least seem. I can't speak. You know, I'm obviously inferring. I don't know if they are being judgy for some other reason, but I feel like a lot of people are way too judgy on this app. Maybe, I don't know if it's different for women than men, but for me, you know, getting 2 matches in a week is a good week. You know what I mean? Even one. So I don't know if it's different for women on the app, that they get more, and so they have more sifting to do, and so they can more freely, you know, deny whatever. But for example, yesterday on Hinge, I sent like 10. No, wait, your daily limit is 8, so I must have sent 8. I sent 8, like, you know, likes with a prompt and nothing back. And I feel like it's not generic. Sure, I might compliment them on something about their looks, or maybe make a little joke about one of their prompts or something. It really depends on what their profile is like, of course, you know, what I can take from it. But you know, and then nothing again. Maybe it's just they're not on the app, they're not getting notifications, because I have gotten very late matches before where it's been like a week and then the match happened. So I don't know, I'm not, you know, it's just a bit frustrating how it's like, bruh, I don't know if this dating app experience is worse for men and for women, or if it's just crappy all around. I'm leaning towards the second one, and either gender kind of has their own different woes. I mean, there could be something that men do that I'm even doing that I'm not aware of that's really annoying to women. I don't know. But for example, one thing I saw on one of these profiles was like, if you were like 99.9% of other men who say a generic thing or whatever, then don't expect a response. And I'm like, what's a generic thing? I don't know what the hell's a generic. I don't know. Like, I just say whatever comes to my mind naturally. If it's generic, I'm sorry. I guess it is, you know. But don't base somebody's personality off that. You know what I mean? It's just way too like, you know. Um, eh, eh, eh. And I guess another issue I have with these apps, if we're going back to the apps, is the religious things, because it's like they let you pick from either the big religions or other. And the thing is, I'm in none of the big religions. I'm not religious. I'm a pantheist. Google that if you want. It's not as weird as it sounds, but see, that's the thing. So I have to put spiritual other, and that makes me sound like a fucking weirdo. Maybe some drawing circles in the ground, and I don't know. You know, people get different pictures in their head, but it's like, no, I'm just believing in a higher power and taking aspects from different, like, kind of different kind of philosophical ideas, and taking what I speak to, or what speaks to me, but then I have to go other spiritual, and it comes off like I'm some fucking Oh, and here's another one I remembered while editing: filters. Girls, okay, woman, whatever. I feel like I speak for majority of men when I say filters on your pictures is a big turnoff, and like, why? I don't know. Can you let me know why you guys do it? Yeah, please. I just want to understand. I'm being honest now. I just want to know why. This is just a very aimless, rambling video, but it seems like sometimes you guys enjoy these. So I'm just putting this out into the stratosphere, and if anybody can relate to this, then that's cool. And if you can't, then that's also cool. And if you have anything you'd like to say in the comments, something maybe I missed about the dating app experience, let me know. Also one extra thing I want to say: despite having like 3 conversations with like pretty decent conversations with women at this point on apps, it's never led to an actual date. The one time I asked, was like, "Yep, let's do it," and then nothing happened, or like she unmatched the next day, even though I was trying to make the plans, right? And then the other 2 unmatched out of nowhere before I even asked. I don't know, like, am I taking too long to ask? Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Why did I do that? But what is this? What is this?